Now then, so I've been running a bit of a weird list last couple of days. So pretty much shortly after I posted my last video, I've been running this list. So it's more Nilfgaard, but kind of people who talked about it and stuff said it's a kind of anti-meta kind of list. And when I looked at it, I thought this just looks like a pile of cards thrown together, but it actually seems to do pretty well. So it's not too dissimilar to anything you'll have seen in a similar, and nothing too dissimilar to what you'll see in a standard ball list, but they kind of jam together, which seems a bit weird. But the general idea is, you're using like your portal and your assimilate kind of cards to, take that round one, and then you've got your ball to take round three and that kind of thing. One of the things you'll probably spot straight away is, despite running Masquerade Ball, we only have Joachim and Roderick for the aristocrats to trigger it, which again seems kind of weird, but it seems to work, and I can't figure out why, but it just does. You seem to be able to get a lot of points quite consistently, and it really feels like it can do it all. And I guess that's kind of the point of it being an anti-meta list. You have a lot of consistency with Portal pulling your 4-drop, so it's thinning out your deck quite well. You have Mena and Roderick for accessing the cards you want to access, and all the kind of typical cards you would expect from Nilfgaard. I think best way I can showcase this is, play games and show how it works. It's a very, very weird one. But it's a lot of fun. It's the most fun I've had with Nilfgaard for a long while. So before I do start, if you want to see more content, I would really appreciate if you could subscribe, and I'll go straight into the games. Alright, Carapace. I haven't seen a bit of vampires for a while, to be honest. This might be interesting. I feel like we have the tools to deal with them, as they don't have much in the way of hard removal. And we kind of do for their important stuff. So in terms of mulligans, again, this is something I feel like I'm kind of figuring out as I go along. I typically hold between 1 and 2 of the 4P cards, because Portal pulls like a ton of them. Probably don't want the Experimental Remedy. This round it can get a little awkward. And the Informant's kind of nice. We'll probably drop the Tourney Joust. Yeah, I actually think this is fine. Yeah, this is fine. So we'll open with a portal. And we'll look to do usual assimilate things, get our engines down. What we may look to do is boost up our Glynis with the attack advantage, but we can see. So heavy cav is a bit more resilient against like a Nat selection, anything like that. Ithral's an interesting one. So this, I was going to say this could be Kelly, but I forgot the Endurica Lava. Maybe worth us going Brathens into Informant. Kind of feel like that's our next turn. Yeah, I'm going to boost this up. It does put a bigger target on Glynis's back, but yeah, we'll see. Because I think I'm going to go Brathens into Informant, copy an Endurica Lava. And that's 3 battle cries for Nelskas. So they're not dealing with it, which is good. And it's also 2 assimilates. We'll probably just hold on to the Decal Guard and Vega, and we'll look to just play it like Informant and Diplomacy, and that should be enough. Because we'll probably Informant into another Endurica Lava, actually. That probably makes sense. I'm just getting close to pushing over Dominance, where Nifril will be a little sad from. Yeah, so now we have Dominance, so Nifril's much less scary, and with these Draga down now, we're looking to get a few more points. Since basically every unit now is playing with 4 points on top, which is really, really nice. Outspeed their Thrive as well, because theirs are up to 4 now, so triggering Thrive is going to get a lot more awkward for them. Alp is fine. Alp is absolutely fine. Yeah, so we'll go for diplomacy. So I'm going to go for a Cyclops, and might seem weird. What is it? It's just an adjacent, because we'll kill Brathens to kill Egan. Let's get that off the board. Obviously we're losing the simulator engine for that, but a lot of points. Triggers the battle cries, triggers assimilate, boosts all the Draga Larva, removes a 13-point unit. Pretty good. We'll see what they do here, but we may just be passing. We could just play the Decal Guard. It does basically play as an 8. Feel like we need it. Yeah. So what are our options here? So we could go like Vigo, try and look for an informant to get an Alp. I actually don't mind that.
What is truth if not an
unlucky. We can go for a Diviner though. Go fire that way. So what would Roderick pull? So like Aku would be fine, Yenvo would probably be fine, Triss would be fine, don't really want to pull Joachim. Mena would also be fine because he's basically Aku. Alright, so Roderick wouldn't be the end of the world if we play him. Just keep in mind. Actually, I think it's the Decal Guard. Just because it's an 8 here. And Roderick's obviously much more valuable. And we can play Roderick if we want to, but we may as well play this. We could have played this earlier. I didn't think we'd be going this far into the round, in all honesty. Yeah, that was definitely worth it then. Definitely worth it. So there's probably vampires hanging about in here, like an Oriana, that kind of thing. So we'll be looking for the Diviner to get rid of Defender. And a hand like this makes me want to just push, but I don't think we ever lose if we go to a long round. Yeah, I don't think we ever lose if we go to a long round here. I know it's giving their engines time, but I mean, it means we can probably develop a few more assimilates, and that's really good because Masquerade Ball's already like spawning 2 natural, what they called, like assimilate triggers. So we'll drop the Tiny Joust. So Mena will get us Ku, Roderick will get us Triss. Kinda perfect. Alright, so we'll go with this. Because there's really nothing else we'd want. I mean, Diplomacy and Experimental Remedy obviously are pretty nice, as is Decal Guard, but yeah, I think this is good. It's pretty good. So yeah, we'll purify you away.
I divined this move from a sparrow's innards.
Just because this could still be Clogging, I don't think it is. But, you never know. You never know with these things. Unseen Elder. So do we try it with double cross, try and get Unseen Elder? Is a possibility. Alright, we'll roll the dice, see if we can hit it. Crimson Curse is a pretty good pull. So we know they have some lower value stuff. Can't say bleed to that. Yeah, we know they have some lower value stuff in the form of purifying. What's its name? That's definitely the word, right? So yeah, we'll take you. And it's probably just ball next round. So in terms of bronzes, we'll be playing of theirs. I mean, we could even just get the Andrega Lava. Problem is, Unseen Elder almost certainly just ticks them away, which is exactly ideal. Exactly ideal. Right, I think we try it there. We can just, you know, delay the Masquerade Ball a little bit, because I think Masquerade Ball into Joachim, into Mena, into Roderick is usually enough. Usually plenty. Just hitting the veiled stuff now, aren't we? Perfect. Perfect. That's really late on the Crimson Curse. So, probably Joachim. Yeah, Joachim makes the most sense. And we'll bleed you. That's also going to be a problem. Fails, but we'll live. There's probably an Oriana in here, which would be a little sad, but I think we can deal with it just fine. So we want to Roderick first, just because when we play Joachim again, we have two units basically, and so if Joachim pulls Triss, then but then we do have the option. No, because we're playing cool off that. Yeah, no, it was right on the first thing. Yeah, just with how the sequencing works. So I want to play you. Yeah, poison you away. You. Play you.
Highly curious case.
And then Foreman.
My duty?
3. Math was going down a bit then. I wasn't 100% sure what I was doing. We can't play Conqueror because it's an underversion, so it just died on deploy. And then also a finisher. Cool.
Nothing will stop us. I shall flog them into submission. Yes, sir. As ordered.
Easy enough. Easy enough. No, that was a close match, but I think it was always in control. It was going pretty Pretty much as expected. Alright, the Nemesis. So probably similar to the list I was running on the video from Sunday. We probably just want to be looking to win the round, and then look for maybe like a complete the ball all in one turn kind of deal. I haven't really got too much in the way of assimilate. All good. Experimental remedy. Yeah, hands pretty heavy. Pretty heavy. So Glynis almost certainly wins the round for us. Here we go with it. As I was kind of saying in video on Sunday, like the new kind of builds for Skellige don't really run much in the way of toll removal beyond the leader, and obviously there's like Tigby, but you're really going to struggle to get through this. Probably don't want to be playing Artaurus just because it sets up a damage unit, which is kind of bad. Because bench threat's a thing. That's all fine. That's all fine. So we'll play cavalry, and if we can get a Nausicaa Sergeant off, that'd be nice. I don't think we're gonna get away with it. So we'll look to like Brathan's. Oh, okay, I was kind of expecting like a Himit Protector or something to come down, but we'll see. See.
Let's not get in the way of me,
Well, discard. Now I wish I kept the experimental remedy. I mean, we could just play it now with Meta, but not yet. Not yet. This does obviously open us up to like a bench threat, you know, ping into a lock onto Glynis, which would be a little sad, but I think we need to play into this angle a little bit. I think without it, then it ends up being a really, really clunky card left in our hand. Okay, perfect. So, play you. Let you in there. And we'll put him in here, which basically means more or less can't touch these two. You can ping this down, obviously, but like any pings onto here just boost up here, that in effect makes our engines something they don't really want to deal with, which obviously works out perfect for us. Yeah, that's all good. Good.
Any corpses? Nay, feed our foes to the crabs while they still live. Next, clogging.
Might just be colorless, you know. Might just be colorless. Just because it's a light long ship. Too great because we don't really want to be using it. Fanatic we can't really activate. Okay. We're in effect transferring points from Brathan's to Himit Protector here. Obviously we're not healing on there, but yeah, we can see. Let's see. That'll be on into what?
Reasons for the feeble of heart.
Okay. I may just use Triss. I think that usually just finishes off the round.
I will not let this become a second Sodom.
So we could diplomacy, or we could remedy and take his greatsword. I think it's diplomacy for the immediate stuff, and we get another cultist. Kind of ridiculous. I like the Brockbar. Brockbar's just a okay card. And we should see a pass here. If they don't pass, then we probably just pass into them. Go on, Chief, what you got for me? Yeah. As I say, not much they can do in that situation, because there's no way you catch up with a Skelliger in that situation. Where you getting 20 points from? Shot using like Eiston Leader, it's not happening. Alright, and then we probably just take this to a long round. Should be alright. Should be alright. Actually find decent cards there. Guess not. We really want to be finding the two most expensive cards in the deck. That would definitely help. So we can see, like the ideal situation is we can play Masquerade Ball, and then we play Roderick into Joachim as our like last play. But you know, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. So in their graveyard, I mean, ideally we could play an experimental remedy, play the Raiders out. But yeah, I didn't really want to bleed. I know, like in this situation, you know, could bleed out the. Oh, perfect, perfect. Yeah, I think do we chuck the cavalry? I think we do. Okay. So a slight change of plans. What we're going to do is we're going to Roderick for all. And then, all going well, we can coup it into Joachim as our last play. It does obviously open up the possibility that they could big brain it and Hilda and Roderick, but yeah, we'll have to see. We will have to see. Yeah, I think we do this for Paul now. It is obviously super risky, but I think it kind of needs doing. I'm not streaming, so there's no possibility of getting stream sniped. I'll have to see. If they got big brain, they'll do it. They'll kill that, but we'll see. We shall see.
Up and at 'em, you lazy bastards! You'll sleep when you're dead. Burn the homes, fell the trees, anything shiny, plunder! Now's the car! Charge!
Alright, so what we'll probably do next turn is we'll go Vigo into double cross, I expect. Because I'm not 100% sure what we'd even be looking for from them. Because we don't really want to take their iced, just because it doesn't really make sense for us to take their iced. What's Mena going to be pulling? It's probably just experimental remedy. Like remedy for a great sword makes sense. Okay. That's happening.
Treason, turncoats, rats.
So, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? I mean, we could just go ball. Ball kind of makes sense. Yeah.
Don't ask a lady her age. It's unbecoming.
And then, like, because we're not playing Aristos, we can just chill on this. And use it as a last save to kill the Yutta. Or if it happens earlier, we can just kill it that way. But and Joachim's going to pull the Decal.
Don't you pester me. Crack and eat me.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So we'll go Vega
The senses can be fooled easily.
into. Yeah, we'll do the Sergeant. Want another engine. So they do have Yutta. Okay. He'll come down as a 5. We're not going to have Skellige units entering Graveyard. Okay, so I guess this is coming down as a 6.
Make Freya choose the victor.
It does give us some information in that we know that Blaze of Glory is going to be less than ideal. Had I have known that, probably shouldn't have set up 2 damage units, thinking about it, but I think they always
Cunning play.
quite consistently set up 2 damage units for when the ice comes. Also preemptively muting. As you know, as soon as that ice is coming down, there's going to be a little BM. While we do it, boys, while we do it.
Stars content, you shall be victorious today.
And we're close to getting Nausicaa up, so we'll probably play like Inform and take the Raiders.
What are you gonna do, huh?
I hate nothing more than a creaky door.
Alright, we'll just take you instead.
All that dancing
Obviously it's
around.
another damaged unit, but can't be helped. Can't be helped. I mean, we technically... I'm not going to, because we need to get our Masquerade Ball procced and everything. I mean, we could theoretically play a copy of Harold the Cripple and get a Brockvar down as well, or like a Hitmare. Had we have used like Bear Witcher there, but I mean, we're not doing that this round. It's not meant to be. Not meant to be.
Double the coin and consider it done.
Okay, this might be the Menor turn.
The Empire will be victorious.
My prescription, a bit of bloodletting.
I'll pop you there,
To stick my nose where it doesn't belong.
and then
Need a hand?
play you,
Chop one off.
you down. And that kind of works out since we're blocking up the rear for like Hankaduk, because they can't really like add in more damaged units. Alright, so they're going for the ice now, so we can probably just
Exactly what I'd hoped for.
Oh wait, if they're doing this, we just chill them. Another bear witcher.
I'll cleave you in two.
Any luck, they got to discard some stuff here. Unfortunate. Alright. We'll take the Herald. Should have actually thought about this. Should have thought about this a little more. We just got 1 gold. Just don't want to make a mess. I just realised this gets super awkward, doesn't it? Oh, because we have nowhere to we've got nowhere to play our Joachim. We swarmed them too much.
Out of the way, rabble!
This has to be Harold then.
To arms, all of yous! Warhawk before ye!
Alright, so if I was smarter, if I hadn't clogged them that much, that was winnable. That's really sad. But I guess that's a lesson there, boys. Be aware of row size, things like that, and you'll be fine. I hope if nothing else, it was entertaining. I'll catch you in the next one.